So now that we have a way to get files from Firebase, let's try and actually use it inside our list component. Now before I do it, I just want to tell you guys shortly that we're going to start refactoring the list component very soon, because there's a lot of things in here that doesn't belong here. So if you already noticed and are thinking there's some things here that shouldn't be inside this area, I agree with you. There's a lot of things going on too much here right now that needs to be put in services. So don't worry, a refactoring video is on its way. But let's just get the picture down here now and just kind of show you guys how easy it is to actually, from the list of products, go and grab the actual pictures for that product. So what we're going to do is we're going to pipe our way out of this one as well. So I'll add the pipe whenever I'm getting all my products. I want to change or manipulate the data before we're actually done working with those products. So what I do right here is I'm going to, in the pipe, going to do something called the tap. Now the tap is a way for me to kind of say that I want to tap or work with each with the data before it's sent onward, right? So I'm going to manipulate the data a little bit. I'm not going to return any new data, so it's not going to be like a map. I'm just going to convert the data a little bit before it's passed through the pipe, or while it's passed through the pipe. Yes. So let's try out. I'm going to start out with a list of products right here. That's what I'm going to get from this get products. And what I want to do is pretty much just go through each of the products, and I can do that with a for each like this. And then I'm going to say for each of the products, I'm going to get back with a single product. There we go. And I'm going to use that product for something. And in my case, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to say for each of the products, I would like to say this.fileservice dot get file URL, and then I'll use the product's picture ID, and then I will kind of subscribe to it, and hopefully I'll get back a link, a URL right here, and I'll use that URL and just set it on the product. URL. Now notice there is actually a URL on the product. I think I made that earlier and I just forgot to remove it again. But let me show you. Inside the product model right here, there is actually just a basic URL as a string right here that you can set this on. We're going to need that because I want that to be used, of course, in a second when I start showing the picture. So that's kind of the goal right here. Now, I'll get back to why this would work for us, but it's pretty much because we have two-way binding, or we have binding inside Angular, so that's why this would work for you. Let's just get rid of this dingo right here. He annoys me. He's gone. Okay, so let's try and see what should happen now. Hopefully, whenever we go now to get the products, when the data gets back, we just go through the data, and for each of the products available, we try to go and get the file that belongs to that product. Now, we have a problem right now if there's no picture ID, so I'll just do a simple skip right here. If product or picture ID, right, then I want to do this, else I'm not going to do anything at all with the product. So there we go. So it's pretty much just a way for me to kind of make sure that there is a product ID to look up, or else I won't even do this. Okay, so now we are done with this, and let's see how we can use it. Now if you jump back to the Angular Fire 2 example that I talked about last lesson, you'll see that this is how easy it is to actually add an image like this. You can just go and add this image tag right here. So I'll go and try that now in my setup. So jumping back to my code, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the list component, and then I want for each of my items up here, for each of my products, I just want to add an image right here in the beginning, imd image, and the image is going to have a source, and the source is going to be the product URL now, right? That's the one I just created. And I don't want to show the image until product.url is actually something, if that makes sense. So it pretty much means that I'm not going to even show this tag until the URL has been created. So that means that with the binding, it'll now start listening if this is set to something different than what it already is. And if it is, then I'll use that source to go and get the image. Let's try and see what happens right here if we jump back to our example. Oh, there's the image. It just popped up. Let me just refresh so you can see it. Again, you'll notice that there's a delay. So when I start this, the image is not there, and then it's downloaded a bit later, right? So there's a delay, and you can of course hide the entire element until the image is downloaded. You can do a lot of things, but it works. Let's just change this a little bit. I just want to add a bit of styling right here. So I'll just add some style and say width, I just want that to be 24 pixels and height 24 pixels, just to make it a bit smaller for now. You can always go and go crazy with your styling. I don't want to be there, but here you go. Now it's a bit smaller, but still you can see you're getting the picture. So that's it for this lesson. That was actually how simple it is to go and get an actual image. So let's just try to make another pair. This time it'll be an awesome boat. There we go. And I'll choose a file, and let's just choose this image right here. And let's just choose that and upload it. Took a bit of time, now it's uploaded. And there you see, now we go and get the images afterwards. So it works perfectly. So that was it for this lesson. Now you guys have tried to actually show the actual image that you just uploaded if you want to do it like this. And it's pretty amazing stuff. See you next time, have fun.